To speak about climate change is quite a difficult matter nowadays because it's in the news, it's in the newspapers, it's in the public speaking, and what can you expect from somebody coming from another continent and trying to make this topic more understandable to the normal populations, and also of course for the professional foresters. I think foresters have a very special situation compared to other agriculturists or other engineers, because our trees are living a very long time, very often more than 100 years, and if we consider climate change as an issue which is following us at least at the end of this century, this means we have to consider all impacts which can be foreseen in this time period, which is a very long time period. It is beyond the normal human generation time. I think this is a speciality of foresters, to think in such long time perspectives. You can cut out maybe all the beginning. You will see what you do with that. Now, forestries can teach us quite a lot of things. The reason for that is that they are sedentary, so they do not move and have to endure all extreme periods and droughts and floods and whatever during their lifetime, compared to animals or other organisms or humans who can fled into houses and other places. Obviously, trees have a sort of memory by which they can prepare themselves for different conditions. This memory is nothing else as the genetic code trees are having in their cells, and the task of a forester is to find out which part of this genetic memory is the most useful to prepare for the changes which are ahead of us. This time is basically one generation time in terms of trees, so we have to solve this problem with the presently available population of trees. What we know is that within a tree species, the populations at different locations are quite different genetically, as they are adapted to the local conditions. So the idea of preparing for the future is that we try to select those populations which are adapted to climatic conditions we expect in the far future, say in 30 or 50 years, and to put these populations in those places where these situations will be present in 30, 50 years. This we call assisted migration. And this is necessary because trees in natural conditions move much slower. They need more time than the speed of a climate change requires. So that means we have to help nature and move these adapted populations forward into the position what expect them later on. We have to tell that this assisted migration is countered by nature conservationists, ecologists, and Greens, as they think that it is interference into nature's affair with trees and with other organisms. But again, our main argument is that we have provoked this situation of climate change through our own activity on the Earth, and we cannot leave alone now the trees in this situation, in these fast changes, and we can mitigate these troubles by using this method of artificial migration. This is the assisted migration, what it means, to overcome the problem of changing conditions. So I think for the available generation of humans and of the trees, this is the most important and easiest task for foresters. I say easy because in modern times, foresters are responsible for any place of forest in the country. In every part of your country also, there are operation plans which are foreseeing anyway interventions into the life of forest plans. So it is very easy to incorporate these measures, what I was talking about, into the normal forestry procedures. It's just a question of conscience to accept it as an important thing and incorporate it into the work of a forester. I think that should be enough.